Welcome back to another episode of The Dairy Aisle. Welcome back. I am your host, James, alongside my beautiful and rugged Elias.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, look at that. That vocal chocolate.
Damn
coming
right.
Coming on the mic.
Woo.
Welcome to another episode of The Dairy Aisle, where you come here to listen to us talk about the things that we find interesting and enlightening all at the same time. So,
And occasionally might be things that you don't find interesting, but you will when we're done talking about it.
oh my God, you better when we're done talking about it.
Or I'll come to your house and punch your cat.
I swear to God, Megan, I'll come to your fucking house and I'll punch your cat.
You know what's going to be really scary?
What?
At the amount of downloads that we've had since we started this, there is a somewhat statistically
there's a Megan?
reasonable chance that there's a Megan that owns a cat that listens to us.
Hey, I'm not coming to your house. I don't
promise.
even know you. I just threw out a name.
Yeah, we just picked one. We should come up with names
Or
that...
did I just pick one? So
We should throw out names that no one has. Be like, yeah, that's right, Giuseppe, I'm coming to your house. Like,
I know Giuseppe.
well, God.
Sup? Bassist for Norwegian. Pro-ass modern MTG player.
Okay. Well, we'll move right
Shout
on from that.
outs.
Giuseppe.
Shout outs to Giuseppe. Also, by
Did
the
he go to
way,
high school
coolest
with us?
name. Huh?
Did he go to high school with us?
Yeah, Giuseppe.
That Giuseppe?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, blast from
Yes.
the past.
Him and Liver are together. Did
Really?
you know that?
Yeah, wow. Okay, holy
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Olivia, sorry. I don't know if you like
It's all right.
knowing
No,
your
no,
nickname.
that is her given
No,
Christian
I don't
name.
know if she Olivia, I'm sorry. I don't know if you want people knowing your nickname. And I'm sorry.
But they know now.
So Giuseppe's really
Alright.
cool, and yeah, he's in a band, and he's a baker, and he plays magic really well.
It's a good combo to have, man.
So yeah, also has one of the coolest names ever.
Yeah, Giuseppe.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
But yeah, so what have you been up to? How's life been in this new year? This new marvelous year?
So far, so good, man. So far, so good. I'm really happy with this secret project that we have for the podcast.
Oh God, I don't even want to talk about it because I want to talk about it.
I want to
but
talk
I'm
about it really
super
badly,
excited
but
for
that's
it.
why it's secret proyecto numero uno.
Yeah, I let it go too much with how excited I was. I need to fucking control myself.
Yeah.
Getting way too.
No, you're
I'm
allowed.
getting way too verklempt over here.
No, you're allowed to get a little wild in the pants.
I don't even know if that was the proper use of.
No, I
verklempt?
think verklempt is the other way. I think it's when you're like emotional, you're about to cry, or you're just
Yeah,
like,
I think it's like when you're getting you're too. But I was getting like up there.
yeah, but not in a sad way.
You know.
Yeah.
I was hooting and hollering
I didn't hear any hooting.
like a beauty pageant winner. I don't know.
You dug deep on that one, didn't you?
I did. I don't know if I dug deep, but I think I overreached. Overreached on that one hard.
We're just gonna start using turns of phrase like we did in Peter's interview. It's gonna be great.
But yeah, I can't wait to talk to them about it.
It's not so much that I can't wait to talk to them about it. I can't wait to show them what we've been up to.
That's a really interesting word that you just said, show.
Is it really?
It is. Because
Why is it?
Because just that verb has implications.
Such as?
Well, I mean, think about what that means. What do they do now?
They being the listeners?
Of course,
They start to put together the mystery.
Well, no, I know, but what do they do currently? In order to consume our content, what do they do?
Oh,
What is the verb?
They listen.
Oh, they listen. It's very, very specific. They're listening to it.
All right.
But we can't wait to show them something.
Mm-hmm. And I promise it won't be our genitalia.
Oh, my God. I can promise it might be.
Maybe on your end, because there is nothing going on down there.
What? You don't have?
Like a Ken doll. It's just like a slip and slide. It's just no, I'm kidding.
Your Vary's the spider down there? Are you the neighborhood eunuch?
Hi, everyone.
Hello. I can still hit my high note.
No, there's nothing impressive.
But yeah, I'm sure there's something very impressive. What are you doing? Come on.
It's not.
What is this negative self-talk?
It's not.
Is that how you talk to him?
Yeah.
But come on, you can't. You gotta be more positive about it. If you're not happy, he's not happy.
Oh my God! And there you go. This guy just spilled fucking LaCroix all over the desk.
Hold on. Pause.
Jesus Christ! All right, hold on, everybody. We'll be back. Clean up on aisle 2.
God bless America.
Oh, say.
I need a towel.
Go get one from the kitchen. I mean, the kitchen, the bathroom.
The kitchen
I'm gonna make this guy walk downstairs for a freaking towel. I have a white one. That works.
Is there semen on it?
No.
Okay.
Also, it's LaCroix.
Like Grandpa came over, dude.
That is. If it was, it wouldn't be semen. It'd be ectoplasm.
Unpack that.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves.
What in the actual fuck?
We can cut this from the episode.
By the way,
oh no, he's gonna
use
put
that
photos.
as the caption of this photo.
Yeah.
That I put up.
So I want you to know that many years ago, when our executive producer Millie was very, very much into World of Warcraft.
Oh my God! Wait.
There was a sale. There was a Blizzard sale. They were having their Christmas sale, right?
I'm gonna tell you when you're gonna do a dramatic turnaround.
And I bought her some leggings. I think I bought her some stickers. And there was only 3 of them left at the time that I bought it. I got her a female Draenei bathrobe. For those of you who play World of Warcraft, it comes complete with a tail and the horns.
On 3 dramatic turnarounds.
For those of you that don't know what that looks like, just Google World of Warcraft Draenei bathrobe. Yeah, it is her favorite bathrobe.
That's a slow-mo. So it's good.
She wanders around the house in this. I think it gives her like +7 to intelligence and +25 to being a total bitch. But no. Baby, I'm kidding. I love you. Don't kill me. That's the of someone who's gonna get smothered.
Given to the FBI along with a picture of the baby you kidnapped.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're not the Miami guy who kidnapped
Yo,
the baby.
can
What
we
the
talk about that story?
Yeah, they found him dead. No baby.
No baby.
They're
Where's
still
the
looking.
baby? We got to talk about that too, I guess.
We are talking about that. How wild is that shit?
Dude. Okay, we're back in.
Yeah, that was wild.
Wait, hold on. No, that's not where we were.
That is not
We
at all
were
where we
not there. We
We're
can't jump back
totally
on it.
there.
That was fucking. Like, what happened with that spill? A baby went missing.
No, we've been recording the whole time. Clean
Clean
up on aisle 2. Where's the baby?
Where's the fucking baby? What's in the box? All right, I put the wet floor sign down. Everything is A-okay now.
Did you get Craig to come and bring the mop and everything?
Yeah, no, he's taking care of it.
Okay, thanks.
He's
Craig.
taking care of it. Only like 3 people slipped. That's fine.
Okay.
We're good.
We've got an indemnity clause. They'll protect us. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Nobody hurt themselves.
I really want to know how long this supermarket bit keeps going. I like it a lot.
We should
very
just
much
keep
a lot.
carrying it until either people are like, for the love of God, just fucking stop already.
Can we, if we ever do it with a thing with the background that has grocery store?
Well, like,
Did you follow me on that whole thing?
I actually did.
Did you? Yeah, good.
Yeah, I
there
did.
you
I'm
go.
right there.
There you go.
Come on,
Wonder
baby.
Twin powers activate.
Form of bucket of water.
Form of pterodactyl.
Are we just gonna dump water on somebody? It's a
Yeah,
prank, bro.
for sure.
Oh,
What
okay.
What do you want me to become? I have
A
to become an
like-
animal.
No, like that's right. You have to become an animal.
Yeah, I can't be. Yeah, I can't be like. I can't become like.
Oh, you know what you could become just to mess with people? Form of bucket of water. You are form of electric eel.
Oh.
And people are like, oh my God, what is that? Is that a big slippery ocean noodle? I don't know who the idiot in that pantomime was, but pantomime, that scenario. Was.
Regular people won't even like.
They won't
touch
even
a
register.
normal piece of sea life. They're not gonna go. Oh, a sea noodle in a bucket. I'll touch it.
I love aquatic danger noodles. Come here.
I wonder if it's cold and slimy. Let me touch.
Oh my God, it's also electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
Hey babe, get a picture of me putting my tongue on it. Oh, it's like a battery.
One day we will also do an entire episode. Well, not an entire episode. That's ambitious. We'll do a segment on the lunacy that are the Wonder Twins.
Oh my God. You don't know.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't know.
Again, I don't.
This is kind of like a little nerdy sidebar, really quick.
All right.
I don't know if you've heard, but the CW just had a very big crossover with all of their Infinite Earths. They did the Infinite Earths crossover
Did they really?
again.
Isn't that the one that I heard they
It's like
brought
Crisis
back?
on Infinite
They
Earths.
brought back Brandon Ruth as
They
Superman.
did as Superman from another Earth.
Right, he's like older
And
Superman, and people loved him.
They did. And what's his name? Ezra Miller's Flash?
Yeah, I
like
saw
DC
that. He
Flash.
showed up.
He's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes. He shows up.
I saw the
really cool.
BTS stuff.
Did you see the little Easter egg at the end?
No, I didn't.
What it was?
Because I don't watch any of that stuff.
It was one of the Wonder Twins.
Really now?
And the ending theme
Please
was the
tell me.
classic Justice Friends theme. Yup.
I hope that they
Yeah.
eventually give them they give them the Hall of Justice, and we can get somebody to be like, meanwhile at the Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile, at the League of Doom.
Oh my God, the League of
Bro.
Was it the League?
Was it
of
League
Doom?
of Doom? I forget
no,
what it is. It's
the
been
Legion
a long
of Doom.
time. The Legion of Doom.
That they were always in a swamp.
Yeah, they're in a swamp in the dome.
The dome that looked like it had eyeballs on it.
Even as a kid, I was like, why don't they just go there and just beat them up?
Yeah, like
Just
go
over
to
to
their
the place.
house. Show up. What's up, dog?
Yeah, they always cut back and forth. I'm like, why don't the villains go to the other place?
They're always like, we're gonna meet up and do this dastardly plan at a bank, and I'm like, you mean like the bank that's like 3 blocks down from the Hall of Justice?
Yeah.
And from the police department? Like, really?
It's literally, what are you doing?
You're coming on my turf and trying to start shit, you idiots. This is why the Super Friends had Superman and these morons get Solomon Grundy.
Solomon Grundy. Well, they
Born
get
on a
Whoa,
Monday.
whoa. They get Lex Luthor. Relax.
But they get like old like silver era Lex Luthor, which
They
is
do.
like a moron
Well,
in
it's
a
all
stupid
silver
green
era.
and purple suit.
It's also Silver Era Superman. I mean, those were like, we're American value. Like, even the villains were like, crime has rules. We don't hurt women and children.
Idiots. Of course you do.
That show was so great.
It was. I grew up watching
Very
the Super
good.
Friends. It was awesome.
What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, so they had on that crossover,
So they had the Wonder Twins.
back to the fucking point.
Yeah.
On that crossover, they have, Wonder Twins. Little
Did one of
Easter
them
egg.
did one of them transform?
They broke out of like a cage. They were being held in a cage.
And one of them
They're not treating the Wonder Twins well.
really. And
Oh, yeah,
conceivably one of them took the form of a bucket of water.
I mean, probably. That's the go-to, right? You always want to kind of be a bucket of water.
Form of a puddle.
And then the other one actually does something useful.
Really?
You know? The one that turns into an animal does something. How mad are you when you're the brother that turns into a bucket of water? Or like, turn the shape of an oil spill.
I mean, I guess.
What if he did like, what if like superhero work was like running dry? Last little segue. Superhero business low, crime's kind of just like demolished. Superman's taking care of it. The main guys are taking care of it, right?
Yeah.
Wonder Twins are over here.
You've turned this into a trade now.
Yeah, his sister's already found like a niche on YouTube. Like
Instagram.
she's doing it, right?
She'd be big in the she'd be huge in the furry community.
Oh my god. She's taking the form of fox, taking the form of wolf, and she's killing it.
Right.
Made a name for herself. She's a model. She's doing cosplay thing.
Pornhub, here we come.
Oh my god. She's all over the place. But then he, like, what is he really gonna do? Right? There's really not a lot of liquid. Like, we really don't need you. You're not fabulous. You can't sell the image. So what does he do? Well, I think he turns to one thing he kind of knows he has to do.
Form of heroin.
Form of douche.
He'd become. Oh well. I mean, but dude, no, you don't want to be up there because you don't know who's gonna use you.
Form of douche.
No, because it's gonna.
Times are rough. This is
No.
great. This is a Nolan film.
Because you know
this
what's
is a
gonna
Nolan
happen.
film right
You know
now.
what's gonna happen? He's gonna take form of douche, and he'll somehow have done that in a truck stop parking lot somewhere in the middle of Kentucky at 3 a.m. when some fucking hideous lot lizard is walking through. Y'all boys want a good time,
Bro.
and then she needs to douche at that moment,
Mhm.
and who's there?
Hey,
And now he's trapped because she's an evil genie lamp down there.
guess what?
What?
You want to watch that movie? I do.
I do.
I want to watch it.
And
I'll
then-
watch it.
No, and by the way, he has to use his telekinesis to tell his sister to save him. Yeah, turns out,
trapped.
lot lizard, not really lot lizard. Lex Luthor the whole time.
Oh my god! And the liquid, he can turn into a special liquid.
Yep.
That powers some shit.
Yep.
It does something.
And the end of the movie is him realizing that he had the power to become an industrial, commercial grade solvent the entire time. So he could have just gone and worked for big oil and become a millionaire.
Bro, what?
Yeah, dude. And
Are
that
we making a Logan style Wonder Twins movie?
We are, and there's gonna be a sequel to it.
Oh my god, what's it called?
Well, no, it's an NC-17 sequel. I can't tell you.
Oh
it
my
involves
god, no, it can't be. No,
lubricants.
my god, that. Oh my god. Oh, do you get to watch the furry videos that the sister makes?
She's gonna have to lube up somehow.
Oh my god.
This got really inappropriate.
Wow.
Super
This turned into
fast.
Game of Thrones.
Oh
It
God,
turned
you're
into
right.
Game of Thrones.
With-
But I really like this Logan style pitch that we got going on.
Please God, nobody sue us.
What are you talking about, DC? If you're listening, you
We
know
got
it's
you.
gold.
We got you, dog.
We'll sell it to you for a price.
A price,
That's how you walk into business meetings.
but you come up
I'll
with.
take it for a price.
But you give them like your price in currency that isn't used anymore. I'll sell the script to you for 200 million lira. Like, what?
I don't understand. Give it to me in. Well, no, rupees are still used.
Yes.
Wow. Well, there goes that.
We can go to Iraq, unless they still use. No, they probably use American currency.
Is the bot still used?
The what?
Do they still use the franc?
We can do Vietnamese. It'll completely throw them off. Be like, I'll sell it to you for 42 billion dong.
Oh, is it called dong?
It's called the dong, and their inflation rates are
Wow.
out of control.
Yeah, of course they are.
Like there was an episode of Top Gear years ago where the guys went and the producers gave them each, I think, like 1.5 million dong. And they were like, we can buy cars with this. And they were like, no. Cars just got to Vietnam like 5 minutes ago, so they haven't had time to depreciate. So like all they could afford are like shitty secondhand and third-hand scooters.
Oh my god!
Because like, a car over there is like 150 million dong for like a base model Fiat.
What?
Yeah.
100. What does that equate to?
150 million dong is like I think like 15 grand or something over there.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's out of control. Yeah, their inflation rate is stupid. That's like being in Brazil and being like, I'm a Brazilianaire. Be like, yeah, we get it. No, seriously, how much money do you have? Be like, I have $1 Brazilian. Be like, you have $1. Shut up.
I've got $1 Brazilian over here.
I'll see myself out. Goodbye, everybody.
I really don't know how we got here, but we're here. And this is
this is getting a little crazy. All right, so
we started at I'm excited to show them something, and then we're here at Brazilianaire.
Yep. Something, and I hate to start on a bummer, but we have to talk about it, and I know you were really dying to talk about it.
Not dying to talk about it. Like,
no, I know, but you were like
it's been interesting.
You were enthused to be like, hey, this is something we should really touch on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
A few days ago, unfortunately, as the world was made aware, we lost Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gigi, along with I think it was 7 other passengers.
Yeah. Including the pilot.
Yeah, I have to look up their names. I know one of them was like a semi-famous baseball coach. I think it was him, and then I think his wife and one of their daughters passed away as well. It was all around. It was just a gigantic, tragic loss of life. I think as of today that we're recording this, the NTSB has still not released their preliminary investigation results, but they've said that apparently the helicopter didn't have terrain mapping software, and that the pilot probably didn't have the safest amount of hours required to fly that equipment. And then on top of that, it was flying through fog.
Yeah.
So it kind of just all culminated in this really, really, really bad, like, gumbo of just horrible choices.
Yeah, just a domino effect of
Which, I mean, again, like that's sort of the like the frailty of life, is that like things that you would have never thought of stack up against you, and sometimes they do it in such a way that it spells your demise. You know. But yes, the world lost Kobe Bryant
5 days ago, as of recording.
It's been 5 days. The mamba is no longer with us. It was tough. Like me personally, I've never been a huge basketball fan, but I did watch it sparingly growing up. And like we talked about in our Instagram post, all of us here at the Dairy Isle, most of us were probably too young to watch MJ like when he came back for his second stint. Like,
yeah, MJ was like, I was in elementary school. I wasn't like
me too
cogent, right?
Because I think he came back like with the Bulls. I think his final year was 98, I think, or 99.
Yeah, and then he transitions to baseball and then comes back.
And then he comes back and plays with the Magic for a little bit. But by that time, Kobe had already been in the league for a while. You know, at that point, Kobe was the youngest person ever drafted into the NBA.
He got drafted in what, 99?
No. Kobe got drafted. I want to tell you I don't know why my brain tells me that Kobe got drafted in like 1994. But like that was the time that I started to kind of watch basketball a little bit more, because like my older guy cousins were really into it and stuff like that. So we'd go over and we'd watch a basketball game, and every now and again I'd catch a Lakers game with them. And they would always make comments that Kobe played a lot like MJ. Like a lot of his mannerisms and stuff like that. The style in which he played was very aggressive, much like MJ.
96, by the way.
96 was his first year being drafted. Right. So I was 6 years
right
old
when
this guy came into the NBA.
Yeah.
So by the time that I was old enough, so like, 6 years later, like 12 or 13 years old, to actually care about basketball enough to be like, oh, I really want to sit down and watch this.
Or just to really realize what it even is, right?
I could, at that point, I was able to appreciate, the type of player that he was and how good he was. Mind you, this guy played through the second coming of MJ. Like, he played with like peak Iverson, peak Shaq, peak Wade.
Oh, I mean, he played basketball longer than he didn't.
Yeah. He played basketball longer in his life than he didn't play basketball. That's crazy, dude.
Bro, he's in the league for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
It's like insane.
They said that his stats, I was reading the other day that his stats are so good that he technically is up there with Tom Brady. That their stats and their records are so impressive that to induct them into Hall of Fame, you could technically split their stats down the middle and induct them twice.
That's
based
crazy.
on how good he's. LeBron had just passed him literally like 6 days ago for the third time all-time highest score in the NBA.
And Kobe he put it up like I think on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah.
He's like, "Wow, King James really doing it. The next generation."
And
like,
a huge show of respect from
bro,
LeBron.
like straight up passing the.
You saw LeBron like
torch.
put he got the gold marker and put black mamba on his shoes before the game started. Yo, that shit was deep.
It's been
rough on you because I know you're a much bigger Kobe fan.
It's not even that I'm a much bigger Kobe fan in the sense of like him as a basketball player, because
as a person.
I've never been like I'm not the biggest basketball fan in the world, and I'm not a Lakers fan by any means. For me, like Kobe was just a symbol of greatness. Like he was just, there aren't Kobe's in the world like that. Like he was just a special kind of human being that, like, had like a hiccup. Like literally one hiccup in the past, and then has never had another incident, and
handled
everything that's
surprisingly well too,
super well, and everything that has ever been said about him after that and even before that has been super positive and like amazing. Like he was an amazing father, he was an amazing player, right? Like he put everything into his craft, and like everything was to progress his craft. And then when he applied that to other things in his life, like he was just the best at that too. He's like the best dad, the best fucking husband, the best. Like he won an Oscar
for Dear Basketball.
Yeah.
Which, have you seen it, by the way?
No, I haven't. I need to watch it. But he won an Oscar. Like that's
like a part of me wants to stop the podcast right now
and have me watch it
because it's only 5.5 minutes long.
Oh my God, really?
But I want you to watch it. The guy won an Oscar for it. He wrote it and directed it. The only thing that guy didn't do is draw it, and I'm pretty sure if he tried, he could have.
But dude, so he goes into media right after this, and he's winning Oscars. Like, it's just sad to see someone that special and that positive, right? Because he's not just someone who does it for himself. He's also trying to pass that on and give that same kind of mentality and energy to people, and give his advice and motivation to people, and like he pays it forward. Like the entire, like he was helping or trying to progress like the popularity and visibility of women's basketball, because his daughter, who sadly passed away on that same
that's what makes it even worse,
was like that was his successor. Like that was Kobe 2.
Yeah,
right there.
Pretty much.
Gigi was Kobe 2.
I'm pretty sure that had this not happened, she would have easily competed in women's Olympic basketball and been his female equal.
Come on, man. I mean, so it's just like all of those things put together. And then just like the way it happened, it was, first of all, so tragic, right? Like it wasn't even like he was sick or even like a suicide. You're like, oh my God, where it's like really sudden. You're like, but like this was out of his control. Like he didn't want to go. Like no one on that helicopter wanted to go.
No, I don't think they did.
And it's just so sad to watch something that's that powerful in a person with that much drive and greatness in them and have it like snuffed out so quickly. It hurt, man. Like I felt the weight of that kind of like
you've been
negative
telling me
blanket.
literally for the last 5 days that you've just been
annoying.
you've been in a funk since it happened.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say I've sat here and like been crying. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like some of the videos, the tribute videos to him and stuff like that have been emotional.
They're touching.
But it's just kind of like it's just you're somber.
It's like I know how you feel, because I felt a lot the same way that you were feeling when Robin Williams passed away. Because I grew up, he was a huge like comedic inspiration for me, because I had never seen anybody play the game like him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw Robin Williams stand up for the first time, his HBO stand up, the really famous one, I think that was probably like the first time that my parents ever like let me watch like a really adult stand up routine, knowing that I probably wasn't going to get all of the jokes, because some of them were just like, you have to be an adult to understand the context. But I wasn't even watching him for the context. I was watching somebody that for an hour and a half didn't stop. I know now that Robin Williams had a very like deep and sordid history with substance abuse, especially cocaine, by his own admittance, Was it possible that he was coked out of his mind that show? Maybe, but
Probably.
The thing is, he was already kind of like a much older person, and he had already dealt with substance abuse and had been in rehab.
Oh, this is like an older stand. Okay.
This is like Patch Adams' age, like Robin Williams.
Okay.
But I asked my parents, and they were like, no, that was Robin all the time. Like, that guy was just electricity. And I had never seen anybody do stand-up like that, ever. I had never experienced anybody doing comedy just constantly at 150%.
Yeah, that guy was like an Energizer bunny.
He was. He didn't stop.
All the time.
He didn't stop. He was the real-life embodiment of Genie, you know?
Yeah.
Like someone who just doesn't, they never miss a line. They never hiccup. Like, they know exactly what they're going to say. They're going to make jokes. Either you get it or you don't, but just keep following. Yeah, and I can see it. That's the same way for a lot of people with Kobe. Is like they had never seen anybody play basketball like him. Yeah. You know,
or just do life like him.
Or just do life. That's the big thing I'm getting from Kobe's death now. Is that
Mamba mentality is real.
Yeah, no, it's just don't stop.
And like
you don't
hard
have,
good.
You don't have time to fall down. It's okay if you stumble. Sorry if you trip a little bit, but don't you dare fall down.
No, well, if you fall down, you don't have time to think about falling down. All the time you have to think about
roll
is
over and
up.
get up. Yeah,
get up. Let's go.
So,
I mean, so yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about it a little bit.
It sucks.
Get off it.
It sucks immensely.
Man. It sucks
because
it's not like this overwhelming. Like I said, it's not this overwhelming sadness. It's like this kind of just like somber veil.
Because it happens out of nowhere.
But it's beautiful to see all of the love that's like being like poured out to him and the family and like.
Someone had put on Reddit the other day. They were like, "Man, all y'all talking about how much you miss Kobe. You wouldn't even show up to the service if you were invited. What was it? Y'all need to start honoring Jesus a little bit more than Kobe." And someone on the bottom was like, "Yeah, okay, call me when Jesus posts up 81 in a regular season game." I was like, "Oh
my God,
oh, hit him,
man."
I know.
I can't even imagine what his wife and like his other daughters are going through.
I'm sure it is a
inconsolable
pain,
household.
It is a pain and an emptiness that is immeasurable in human words.
For sure.
But you know what? There's a bright side to all this. There is a bright side, believe it or not. Oftentimes, when someone who is this impactful in life dies so suddenly, especially if it's something that's not under their control, the legacy that they leave behind outgrows whoever they were ever going to be in life. Yeah. So now we had Kobe the person, but now we have Kobe the legend. We have the myth.
Definitely. He's going to be a part of American culture forever. I mean, he's part of like fucking global culture almost.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like, it's like when MJ died, like Michael Jackson.
Oh. I was like, Michael Jordan, what?
What? They're coming for him next? No, the guy left behind a legacy.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, they attacked it immediately after he died.
They did. And he had, like I said, towards the end of his life, things were going super not awesome for him. But you know what? People still listen to his music.
Oh, yeah.
You can't put on a Michael Jackson song without people knowing what it is.
I mean, he never did anything like, or nothing was ever proven that was so egregious. It's not like the guy from like Lost Prophets.
Yeah, that was
which it was like, if you have a Lost Prophet CD, you burn it, and the memorabilia gets fucking buried in the desert. Yeah, and I hope that guy rots in a fucking pit in hell.
Absolutely.
But super bummer. Yeah. R.I.P. Kobe.
Rest in peace, Mamba.
You will be missed, but your legacy and your memory will carry on.
Stronger than ever, bro. Mad love to the Mamba, bro.
Gotta keep going, man.
Mm-hmm. That's what he taught. Just don't stop.
All right, now we got to get lighter. Come on.
Yep.
We got. I'm bummed out. I want to get happy again. We started the show happy. Let's finish it happy.
Then I'm gonna get you rolling. Then let's talk about the coronavirus.
Oh, the corona. God damn it.
We're just a bundle of laughs here.
The not so serious coronavirus.
I mean, the only obvious cure is to inject yourself with the Bud Light virus.
Oh my God, the Bud Light virus. Okay, first of all, the coronavirus isn't even like. Look, I was reading up on the coronavirus today. The coronavirus is like a large family of viruses, which also include the common cold. Mm-hmm. And then the one scary strain of coronavirus is the acute respiratory coronavirus, which causes respiratory failure. And it's a high mortality rate, for sure. But it's like it's a super rare strain of corona, and I think it has to like develop and evolve into that. So it's like people are freaking out before it's gotten to anything yet.
So the current strain of coronavirus, known as novel coronavirus, from what I've read on the CDC's website and the World Health Organization's website and everything, is that it currently, based on the numbers, it has like I think like a 4 to 7% mortality rate, which is nothing. That's like, by comparison to how deadly SARS and MERS was, this thing is it's a puppy.
Well, it's already killed more people than SARS.
Right, but
than the SARS outbreak.
But it also it has infected more people than SARS. So technically the numbers even out, right? But SARS.
Well, the outbreak is worse than the SARS outbreak. Yes. I guess is what you can deduce from that, right?
So the thing is, and this is something that was mentioned on the WHO's website, was that the initial cases of any outbreak like this and how badly they affect the patients is directly proportionate to how quickly they try to control the outbreak, right? It's like SARS didn't infect or kill as many people because it was so severe from the onset that they're like, nope, we can't let this thing out.
Yeah, they immediately controlled it.
Right, and the same thing with MERS, the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome or whatever. It killed people instantly, and they were like, nope, nope.
Can't do that.
Can't do that one either. But this one is like, and people get cold.
What's it get? It's like a cold.
Right, and then it was killing very young people and really old people.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that are most susceptible to pneumonia. And that's what it gives you is pneumonia. So it also doesn't help that the region that it's occurring in right now in China is cold.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's cold outside and you're breathing cold air and you have a chance of getting
And there's
pneumonia.
also like a ton of people there. So hospitals get overrun and there's too many people. And
right. I think the incubation period is right around.
I think it's 5 days.
Yeah, 5 to 7 days. Initially, they thought it was like 12 days. But it's like 5 to 7 days before you start showing signs. They're also, from what I've heard, they're not sure if within that 5 to 7 day incubation period, if you can infect other people or you can only infect other people once you're sick, like once you're actually showing signs.
Yeah, I don't know when the contagious portion of the virus.
The CDC and the WHO, and I'm just saying this as as a PSA to our listeners. Even though today, what's today's date? The 30th?
Yeah, 30th.
Today the WHO declared the coronavirus outbreak to be like a global health pandemic, like a global health crisis.
Oh Christ!
But that's a precautionary measure. They're not saying that because like it's out of our control. They're like
no, but you prepare for the worst.
Right. They're like we're trying to control it. We're doing all right, but we just want you guys to know like, hey, this could be anywhere now.
Wuhan's been like totally cut off from everything. No one's outside. Mm-hmm. Apparently, it's like a ghost town. I was reading an article of an American. Just nuke it. Nuke the millions that are in. But there are American students that go to like Wuhan University and people who work as like English teachers there and stuff like that, and they're saying that it's like living in like an apocalypse because they go outside and it's like a ghost town. Everyone's just sequestered in their home.
Which I mean, that you should be.
No one's walking the street. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you don't want to be.
No, you let the virus die out.
That's a responsible thing to do.
Right.
Or get nuked.
Exactly.
Or just get nuked and be responsible.
This is why I can't be the president. So
that's not that. All right, nuke it.
Nuke it. What?
But that's not our country, and you can't just decide to do that.
Well, I just did. So
you're fired.
Yeah, well, so are all of them.
Click, click, click.
But yeah, like I said, the PSA, according to the CDC's website and the WHO's website, is right now treat it as if it were just a common cold during the cold and flu season. Yeah. So please wash your hands 20 seconds at bare minimum. Hot or cold water doesn't matter. Just lather up past your wrists if at all possible. Do a 20-second count. Vigorously clean your hands and dry them completely. If you see somebody coughing or sneezing in your direction, please turn around and walk the other way. If you yourself are sneezing or coughing, don't sneeze or cough into your hands. Sneeze or cough into the bend of your elbow. If you are sick and you need to go outside, please wear a mask. Those types of things. Just the typical.
I feel like you work for the CDC and you've had to read that 10,000 times because that felt so well practiced.
Really?
That entire you're like a flight attendant doing their thing, or like you're just like, I've presented this to enough people for me to never have this leave my memory.
I mean, those are just the basics, no? Like when you're sick.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. But it's just like you had it like ready to go.
Ready to go.
But yeah, definitely do that. And if you touch anything, like try to wash your hands after you've been like outside. If you go out or anything like that, don't touch your eyes, don't touch your mouth, don't touch your nose. Wash your hands before you do any of those things.
Wash your hands before you eat.
Any mucous membranes will immediately
get infected. Yeah, absolutely.
Infection. So just be safe and don't be a gross fuck.
Yeah.
Okay?
If you have coworkers, by the way, that if they even mention like, I'm feeling kind of like,
shame them immediately.
No, just tell them. Be like, hey, listen. I'm not trying to panic or anything like that, but obviously you know what's going on.
That's right.
Like, do you have sick hours? Can you
look him in the face? Don't be selfish, you bitch. Go home.
Don't get me sick and kill me.
Megan, get the fuck out of here.
Go home to your cat,
man.
or I'm gonna go there and punch it.
Are you Corona? Do you have corona?
Are you corona?
Make it, goddamn it, you have corona.
She turns into a corona bottle.
Oh. What if that's the virus? Like,
It
ooh,
turns
I really
into
want
corona
a
bottle.
What if that's why they call it the coronavirus? Because the symptom is you want corona. You're like,
Really
I could really
badly?
go for a corona, babe. Like,
No!
Jesus Christ.
He was into craft beers.
Jeez. I don't want to live on this planet. My wife sounds like Rocky Balboa sometimes, by the
I don't
way.
know why.
Sorry, baby. I don't think you sound like Rocky Balboa.
At all.
Let's get into what we really came here to talk about today, dude.
Yeah, because this is what I had told you that I wanted to talk about.
Let's talk about weird birds.
Not only weird birds, but generally, why the fuck are birds so weird?
Because they're ancient.
They're a strange group of creatures, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're also super diverse.
Like crazy.
Crazy diverse.
Like I mean, I'm sure you've seen what's it
It's
called, like Planet Earth.
unbelievable. The
Like
what?
you've seen Planet Earth, like the documentary and stuff.
One of them is because I saw it on Planet Earth.
Please tell me it's daytime, nighttime.
Daytime, nighttime.
Daytime, nighttime.
No, it's not daytime, nighttime.
Nighttime. I love
It's not
that
daytime,
guy.
nighttime.
He's so stupid. I love him.
It's look at me up here, and now it goes down.
Oh yes.
And look at my raincoat, and now it goes down.
Wait, is this the one, the black one with the little blue dots?
No, it's
Okay,
the
'cause that's
black
daytime.
one with the blue umbrella. It's a bird of paradise. They're all birds of paradise.
Right.
But it's like it's again, birds are ridiculous, and there's like 100 different birds of paradise.
Birds of paradise.
So,
Birds of acid trips, more like it.
oh my god, watching ideas.
I'm sorry that I inadvertently just blew your mind.
Yeah, just
You guys. I'll start. I saw the other day as I was thinking about this, like, man, we should really talk about weird birds. I was on Reddit and somebody posted a link to something called the Taylor bird. Have you ever heard of the Taylor bird?
No, what
Yeah.
is a Taylor bird?
It looks kind of like a normal, like it's not a crazy like bird of paradise. It doesn't have like weird colors or anything. If you want, look it up on your phone now because shit's gonna blow your mind.
I'm setting up mine right now.
So
Yeah,
the
okay,
Taylor
good.
bird apparently builds its nest by basically getting a bunch of leaves,
Mm-hmm.
and it will poke holes in the leaves and then use fabrique, little fabrics.
Fabriques?
Yes.
But what do you mean fabric? Like
No, it'll like probably like peel like string off of
Like a vine or something like
a vine or
that?
something, and then literally sew the leaves together. Like, and when I tell you sew, it's not like it just kind of no. It is sewing
it is using its beak to sew?
to sew. That's why it's called a Taylor bird.
That's amazing.
Look it up right now.
Is it this one? Is this
Listen.
yellow and white one?
I think so, yeah. But look up like Taylor bird nest. They literally sew the leaves together.
Yeah, look, it's holding like a needle.
Right. Bonkers.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's insane.
What? Man, adaptation like that is so nuts.
What
like,
happened in your genetic history that you were like, you know what? I like their hammock thing, but you know what? I've always liked clothing, so I'm going to tailor myself my own little house.
They literally went down a logic path that we went down.
Yeah, they're like, what if I need two things and I need to join them?
Do you think they learned it from us? Or do you think they just happened to come to that
I think it just
conclusion?
happened in isolation. I think like genetically.
How? Because you can kind of trace back like how that comes to not really.
We're not birds. That's why we can't fathom what was
it's
going
like
on in
for
their
a
head.
bird.
Because like humans,
It's
we can
nuts.
look back and go, but why did you come up with like smashing flint rocks together? And I'm like, because I did the same shit as like a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
So why is it so hard for you to believe that hundreds of thousands of years ago that Cro-Magnons and Neanderthals didn't say like, what if me bash two rock together and make spark? Like maybe it was by accident. Maybe one of them dropped a rock one day and it made light and they were like, whoa, no. And then one of them was smart enough to go, wait, why though?
And then the one who can do it lives longer.
Right, and that's how you get.
And then they mate
evolution.
more, and then they pass that knowledge down. That knowledge gets passed down.
So I mean, maybe it's the same thing with the Taylor bird. Maybe there were
Maybe.
ancestors of the Taylor bird that were kind of suited to do it. Maybe their beak was too big or too
I
long.
wonder,
or
do they get like, do like parents teach children how to sew? Or is that just like innately built into their DNA? Because that's crazy too. Because animals kind of run off of, especially like birds and stuff like that. There's kind of just like innate things that tell them
yeah, absolutely.
how to act.
But it's the same thing with humans. But I mean, I'm gonna find you right now
Yeah, there's certain things like a fear of falling from a big height. That feeling you get.
Yeah, dude.
No,
No, and their nests, by the way, are crazy.
oh,
like-
I mean, I can imagine. They're Taylor birds.
No, but they build like an orb, like of leaves. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Because the thing is, they don't break the leaves off.
Like Groot's hugging you. What do you mean?
See,
Don't break the
I
leaves
found
off?
you.
A Taylor bird nest?
Yeah. Because they're super smart. What they do is they'll get the edges of the leaf and they'll sew them together, and then in that little like trumpet shape that they form, they'll fill that. I'm trying to find there's like a video, like an up close one of these idiots sewing its nest together. I don't know what that noise was. Was it this video? Yeah, look.
Let me see.
This dude finds a Taylor bird nest. It'll literally take
it literally fucking sewed the leaves on. That's dope.
Yeah. And then it fills the cavity with...
We need to share this video.
With like little nest building materials.
That's awesome.
Yep. When I go, when we're done recording, I'll go on Reddit and I'll find you the video that I saw on Reddit. But it's like an up close video, like National Geographic quality of them like looking at one of these Taylor birds as it's sewing the leaves together.
Dude, that's super cool.
It's bonkers.
Man,
like,
birds.
That shit's nuts. What's yours?
Okay, so my first one I chose because it was one of the weirdest and coolest birds I've seen in person. Because they were all over the Galapagos, and I saw them when I went to the Galapagos. Did I scream and break your ears? Oh, it's just hurting your
No,
ears.
it's just this is the first time I'm using the headphones
so you just
for one of the episodes,
used
and
to
it's
it.
giving me like the little like side headache thing.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
We're almost there.
Oh,
I
God.
like them.
That hurts. Here,
But
I'll give 'em to you.
I'm interested to see... No, because I already started without
Okay.
it. But I'm interested to see how it is when we both have it.
I'm sure it'll improve the audio quality even more, but it'll be like we'll be able to perceive the audio quality. I don't think the listeners are going to be able to tell.
No, but I think it might help with
think?
like interrupting or talking over. I mean, not that we're bad at it. We've gotten a lot better. But I think it helps even more just because you're getting it so directly right into your ear.
I feel you.
Okay, so my first bird, frigate bird.
The frigate
The
bird?
magnificent frigate bird.
Frigate like a ship?
Yeah. So these birds are characterized by their...
Giant red apple neck.
Yes.
Their
giant red orb-like pouch. It's called a gigantic guller pouch. So these frigate birds use it to attract like mates. Like that's how they distinguish themselves.
So are these the males that can do that?
So the red ones are the males, yeah.
Of course.
They basically fill it up to attract
air.
females. But they'll sit like that, perched, and just inflate it and just sit there and wait for females to come by and then do their mating displays.
Hey baby, I like your air sac.
Oh man, it's a really nice red. Mind if I take a closer look?
With my butt?
Oh my god, birds are weird.
Dude, that's the other thing. Birds have sex by just banging their butts together, dude.
But yeah, it literally, I don't know if anyone has seen it, but it takes up like half of their body. It's massive.
Well, yeah, and the photo you just showed me was like 70% bird, 30% air sac.
I mean, I would say even like 40% air sac, 60% bird. That thing's crazy. I mean, it's hot. It's just an air pouch. But like it's nuts.
I wonder what it looks like when it's deflated. Is it like a turkey neck?
It's pretty normal, yeah. It's like a comb. It's like
okay.
like a beard, like brought in.
Got it. Okay.
But it's nothing crazy. But seeing it in person was nuts because you see like groups of them.
Where did you
and
see
they're just
this?
all red in the Galapagos.
Oh, that's right. I
yeah,
forgot.
when we went to the Galapagos.
I wasn't paying attention 8 minutes ago when you said that.
They were absolutely beautiful and one of the coolest weird birds I've seen in person. Oh, they're kind of assholes though, because they're known for like
really
stealing.
territorial.
No. They steal food from other birds. Okay, look, being a bird in the Galapagos is fucking difficult.
I'm sure.
I'm going to let you know right now. All right, it is a crucible of life. They are constantly trying to make each other vomit. So they'll literally in air fight each other so that the bird who had just eaten vomits their food up and then they'll catch it midair and steal their kill like that. Frigate birds are known for doing it.
What crazy ass dog fighting fucking fighter pilots do these idiots think they are?
Because they just ate, so they're naturally slower. So this bird's harassing you and trying to knock you out of the sky and drop you to the water and pull
Can
your...
you imagine if you just did that at McDonald's? Like somebody just finished a Big Mac and you just walk outside and sucker punch them and be like, give me your Big Mac.
Just keep punching them in the gut. Vomit it up!
Collect it into a cup. I'm sorry, that was gross.
It's mine! But yeah,
all right,
that's mine. Frigate bird.
So
frigate bird.
The frigate bird. Did you see the video of the bird of paradise, like the parrot that started humping the photographer's head?
No.
It's so good. Let me find this for you.
Is that your second bird?
Yeah. Parrot. Literally, I just put parrot hump, and it's a parrot humps guy's head.
First video.
Yeah, literally.
Here, I want to react. I don't want to get
copyrighted. Yeah.
Copyrighted by David Attenborough.
It was beautiful.
Not David Attenborough. Stephen Fry.
Even better.
By the way, I'm a big Stephen Fry fan. Bro, this thing is super
a big bird
pretty.
too.
Dude, it looks like a beaver in the front.
It does.
Almost.
Yeah, it's got like kind of like a flat face.
Yeah.
But it's a big bird too. It's like macaw
It's a
sized.
huge bird. The thing is, you're not allowed to touch it.
No, yeah.
If it
you
starts
just
humping
gotta-
your head, it just humps your head.
Yeah, you just gotta sit there and take it. Like a man.
Yeah, he literally gets down. You can't even pull it off.
But he just starts going at it.
Oh, Stephen Fry knows what's up.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
how he gets down.
That dude's getting skull fucked by a.
Oh,
by a
bro,
parrot.
he's getting wing slapped. Yo, they like it rough.
They do. Harder,
Beaver
daddy.
bird likes it rough. Oh my god, this guy's
Can we
sweating, dude.
Can we submit to the?
Oh my god.
Can we please submit that as the name for it? The beaver bird.
The beaver bird.
It is now beaver bird.
That is aggressive.
Hashtag beaver bird, everyone.
Beeves, get out of there. Come on. He's had enough. Okay, his neck is covered in bird cum. Dude, that thing came like 4 times. Bro, that costs extra. And he's bleeding. Oh my god, now this guy's a gay bird.
He is gay bird.
Holy shit, he's a gay bird now. Yo, this guy is scratched up.
I want Millie, by the way, to post a portion of this video on Instagram, but instead of the audio from the video, I want her to overdub your reaction to it.
You could do it because I start talking about it right
Yeah,
when the
yeah.
video
So
starts.
she can time it. It's gonna be great.
We can totally do. Oh man, I was totally gonna bring in like a little paper for notes, and I totally forgot.
I mean, that is what your phone can do.
I know, but just being able to write it down really.
Did you have another bird?
Really quick. Oh yeah, I have another bird.
Go ahead.
Yeah, hold on, wait 1 second.
What's your? I want to know what your next
Note.
ridiculous bird is.
Wait,
For those of you that
Vid.
like LaCroix.
wow. By the way, we didn't do ASMR at the end of our Patreon thing, and I'm glad that we didn't. I
Why?
want to promise ASMR at the end of every one of those, and we never do it.
Yeah. Is that just gonna be a thing now?
So that's I kinda
All
want
right,
it
and
to be
here's
like a
the
thing.
ASM.
But
and it
don't
just
make. I
cuts.
just want to. Yeah, I always want to just mention it somehow. Just bring it up and then never do it.
But then, like 15 episodes from now, we actually do it. So all of them will like cancel the episode early until one of them was like, guys,
God!
they did it.
I do have another animal. Shoebill stork.
The what?
The shoebill stork.
Is this the crazy dinosaur looking one that looks like it's gonna stab you in an alley somewhere?
Yes. The
That
one that's
guy.
always mean mugging?
Have you seen the one from it like straight on?
Yeah. It is terrible. That's a big bird, dude.
That bird looks like it's gonna mug you.
And I think it can take off your wrist or some shit with its beak. It's like super powerful beak. For those of you who haven't seen a shoebill stork,
That bird time traveled here from
It's
the
a-
prehistoric age.
it's a I mean, look, all birds are dinosaurs.
Yeah, but this is the most dinosauriest
thing.
of dinosaur birds.
Dude, and it's like an ugly dinosaur. It looks like
Oh.
an animal that knows it's ugly and has dealt with it for millions of years.
he's just
and then
bitter.
is like, fuck it. I'll
Own
be
it.
ugly.
I'm gonna own it, but don't you say anything about my ugliness.
I'll be the ugliness in the world.
Oh my god!
And then if fucking eats your babies. I heard that they eat babies. I'm just kidding. They don't eat babies.
Wow,
They don't eat babies.
They don't.
I've actually heard that the shoebill stork is one of the most distinctive beaks in the entire bird kingdom.
Is it really?
Yeah, and actually, it kind of looks like a wooden clog. But don't get confused. The jaw muscles and the hardened bill help it easily dismember prey.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it feasts primarily on like fish, with it, like sometimes amphibians and reptiles and stuff like that, and even smaller birds.
But do you know, like, look, do you know how strong a bird has to be? And I'm talking, birds are fairly fragile creatures, with hollow bones and whatnot. You know how strong a bird has to be able to dismember a fish with its beak? Because what I'm getting from this is that this shoebill stork, in 1 to possibly 3 chomps, to use the term,
To use the scientific terminology.
exactly, could probably just cut a fish in half.
I think it does.
Like
easily,
clean through.
all the time. Yeah,
But
really
you
quickly.
know how strong that
Yeah.
bird's beak and jaw
Effortless.
muscles have to be?
So strong.
Like,
And it looks like it is. Like,
and it's
it
crazy, by the
looks
way, that
terrifying.
how birds have evolved, how like eagles, gigantic birds, but they have a little tiny beak and they have little tiny talons, but they are
Did
like
you say little tiny?
in comparison to like sea harps, like the sea harpies or whatever they're called, the harpy eagles. Have you seen a harpy
They're
eagle?
an eagle.
No, but have you seen a harpy eagle?
Yeah, but have
They're
you seen a bald
massive.
eagle?
Compared to the harpy
Yeah.
eagles, they're tiny.
Yeah, okay.
No, I mean, it'd be
a
a-
python compared to an anaconda is smaller, but like it doesn't mean it's not ridiculous.
No, I mean they're big birds. They're big birds. Of
bro.
course. No, but I'm saying like look
A,
at the
a
shoebill
bald
stork.
eagle will wrap its entire talon around your arm.
Yeah, of course. A shoebill stork's fucking
Bill
beak
will,
is the length of your arm from shoulder to finger.
No, it's not that long. It's not that long.
I don't
It's
know why.
not that
By the way, I
long.
looked at you so sideways that I
You
cracked my
cracked your
neck like the bitch. Like,
Yes, he did kill himself. Sadly, he died. He died like he lived. Extra.
looking at us like we were a bitch.
That's better. That's a better one. Good job coming up with your own epitaph. Shoebill stork. Bill size.
I like that we got deep on this. Like,
We're going
I
deep
need
on
to
the
know
shoebill
stats.
stork. But this thing is nuts. Okay, the head is large in proportions to the body, and many-colored bill is wide and thick. The hooked bill is 8 to 12 inches long.
the bill, 8 to 12 inches.
It's
dude,
a foot long, so it's like your forearm.
That's still pretty big. Yo.
That's massive. And 4 to 5 inches wide. So
That's still, dude.
half a foot wide. Yeah, that can
4 to
that can
5 inches.
snap-
That's
that
almost
can
like a
snap
cell
on
phone
your-
wide.
Yeah. Bro, and it looks mean.
Right, but I was saying like that dude's bill can cut a fish in half versus an eagle, right? That will pick a fish out of the water,
Oh yeah.
and then he'll just proceed to tear him up into ribbons with his beak. Yeah, I think it looks like a dinosaur. It looks like it's looking at you like, why are you looking at me like that? That's a crazy looking
Dude.
bird. But the longest, thinnest little flamingo legs. Like, we only evolved you from the top of the head to the bottom of your thighs. That's all.
That's it.
Turn the video around so you can see it open its beak.
Oh yeah. It's getting angry.
Why, they need to, I don't know why they didn't overdub the Jurassic Park theme
They're
song
like
on
back
this.
up. They should. Good copyright. Bro. Its wingspan's like 5 feet, 6
I'm not going to
feet.
talk about them in this episode too much, but
Oh
since
my
we're talking
God,
about
dude.
like scary birds, because this isn't I'm going to talk about one last bird so we can move on.
Go on.
Well, two last birds. Because my sister mentioned this randomly like a few weeks ago. I don't know why this came up, but we were talking about like world's most aggressive animals.
Uh-huh.
And someone in the group was like, fucking Wolverines, bro. They chase fucking like bears up trees. And
Wolverines, yeah, are one of the
they're
most
crazy,
aggressive,
yeah.
That
My
bull
s-
sharks.
But my sister was like, isn't there like a bird that fucks with you? And I was like, yeah, the fucking cassowary. Like the scariest bird on the face of the planet.
Is that
it's-
like the emu looking thing?
It's the emu that, if tested, 9 out of 10 psychologists will agree that it still thinks that it's a velociraptor. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey, cassowaries will fucking literally try to kill you. Like, they will hold a grudge.
They're just like, yeah, I know you.
Yeah, I'm going to fuck
I'm
you
gonna
up.
murder you.
You're going to die now at my hands.
You're gonna
and
know
by
my
hands,
name.
I mean talons.
Yeah.
No, and they don't look like a particularly aggressive bird, and you're like, somewhere deep in your little almond-sized cerebellum, you once roamed this planet unchallenged.
Oh yeah.
And I think you still remember it. And that's why I don't subscribe to this idea of people like wrestling alligators and stuff. And I'm like, do you understand that animal has gone genetically essentially unchanged for the last 250 million years?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is literally a dinosaur. That is a dragon. And you're just going to sit on it like it's a fucking couch?
Yeah.
Like, I hope he bites clean through you. Because you know that in his brain, he's fucking watching your dumb fat ass sit on top of him and going like,
some bitch.
you know, I used to rule this planet. Like,
He's not thinking anything. He's thinking.
No, he's thinking,
if I
I'm
get a
gonna
hold
eat
of
you.
you, I'm eating
I'm done.
you.
Like, I'm
Oh,
turning
you gave me chicken? Cool.
cool. I've always wanted to taste what's the term that cannibals have for people? Was it long pig?
Yeah, long
Yeah.
pig.
I want to taste
God,
what
isn't that
long
a
pig.
fucked up term?
That is a really fucked up term, but it makes
Long
perfect sense
pig.
because we smell like honey baked ham when
Mhm.
our flesh burns. Super dark fun facts. No, the real bird I wanted to talk to you about was the Dracula parrot.
The Dracula parrot?
When I
Ooh,
show you
what's
this photo, your fucking mind is gonna be blown.
Does it have fangs?
It fucking better, because if this thing didn't live in Transylvania, it doesn't. It lives in the rainforest of New Guinea. But
Papua New Guinea?
tell me that's not the most aptly named parrot you've ever seen.
Bro.
That parrot looks like it has
That
its
is the
own
most
castle.
beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
What's it called? The Dracula parrot?
That's like it's the what's it called? Like the nickname they give it. It has an actual name.
Bro.
Starts with a P. It's like a French
Why
name.
hasn't this been made into some kind of cartoon character? It's gorgeous.
I'm telling you, bro. Shit's like a work of
Yo,
art.
the red coloration is unbelievable.
There is no car on Earth that I think that has that red color available to it.
Yo, can I get Dracula parrot red, please?
You're gonna tell that to somebody one day and they're gonna be like, What?
Bro, this is
Shit.
like mind blowing. This is a cool bird.
Are you gonna?
Yo, this would be if I had to do like a bird familiar. Bomb right there.
Right.
Dracula parrot. Look at it in flight. Oh my god.
I feel like I'd want my bird familiar to be an ostrich.
An ostrich?
Yes.
It's such a big bird familiar.
A giant. No, but I want like a 7-foot tall ostrich named Eugene. That's
Is he like really awkward and gangly and makes a mess everywhere he goes?
No, he's kind of like, he reminds me in my mind. Look at it. That's so
majestic.
No, in my mind, my ostrich familiar Eugene is more like a C-3PO character. Like super capable, really intelligent, but not the best in social situations. He's a little socially awkward, but in a kind of like almost like adorable, like, oh, Eugene.
Oh, so the only thing holding him back is him.
Yeah, and you know that if Eugene could get out of his own way one day, something magical is gonna happen.
Oh my god! And you know what? This story is the journey about that day.
I'm gonna reach out to some of the artists that we've like gotten to become friends with since we started doing this, and I'm gonna see if somebody can do like if I can get a commission of Eugene, my spirit animal.
Bro, I would want a Dracula parrot.
Whose name is?
What would I name him?
Count.
Cal.
Cal?
Cal
the Dracula parrot.
Cal, the Dracula parrot.
Paint him for me. What's up?
All right, so Cal is a mischievous little bird, right? Well-meaning. It never wants to be malicious, but likes to have a good time and likes to, stir the pot. If you get what I'm saying.
Is Cal aware of his menacing looks?
Yes, and uses it to his advantage in order to play pranks and little gags on people. He is also quick-witted and fast-thinking.
Does he have any faults?
Yeah, a little arrogant. He's a little bit full of himself.
Almost to his own detriment.
Almost to his own detriment, and sometimes to a fault.
And it gets
I must say it's got him in trouble a few times, right? Yeah. He bites a little bit more than he can chew, flies a little too close to the sun.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you say that him and Eugene make a good pairing, a good friendship?
Yeah, I think they really complement each other in a way that one tries to get the other one to maybe loosen up and be a little more relaxed in certain situations, while the other one kind of informs and teaches.
Cal. Brings him down to earth a little bit. Okay,
yeah,
so we're going to have to reach out to some of the artists and have the Adventures of Cal and Eugene.
The Adventures of Cal and Eugene.
This is happening.
And we started a comic series now.
We're going to have our own Netflix series. Let's do this.
All right. Get the LLC ready. Call the lawyers.
Yes.
Turn on the engines. Fire that.
We are go for main engine launch, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I'm just going to submit the order for the business.
Can we do like ridiculous NASA call-outs?
I don't know how those sound, so no.
Fido, go. Capcom, go. AT&T, go. KFC, go.
Oh, because it's who's sponsoring the car.
Do you remember the movie Rocket Man?
No.
What? You've never seen Rocket Man?
With Jim Carrey?
No. It was not with Jim Carrey.
Which one are you talking about?
Jim Carrey never did a movie called Rocket Man.
Doesn't he?
No.
When he plays the guy from Taxi?
What?
Is it Man on the Moon?
That's Man on the Moon.
Man on the Moon.
Man on the
Moon.
He plays Andy Kaufman.
Sorry. Come on, space theme.
No. There was well, Rocket Man is the current what's it called, the Elton John.
Yeah, that's the one with Taron Egerton.
Yeah. No,
Taron Egerton, who has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, this is actually a Walt Disney movie called Rocket Man.
Oh my God, what movie is this? Why is this not ringing any bells?
What was his name? Oh, Harland Williams. That's right.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
This was a Disney movie?
It was a Walt Disney movie. It's one of my favorite ones.
Stop.
Yeah, but he basically like he wants to go to space and become like an astronaut or whatever, but there's a portion where he's like they have him in the ship and he's sitting down and they're doing the launch sequence and they start calling out like their actual call outs. They're like, "All right, Capcom, go." And like the what's it called? Houston starts doing their call outs.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be like, all right, can I get a go, no go on all systems? So Capcom, go. Fido, go. What's it called? Surgeon, go. And like when the astronauts start doing the call outs, his fellow pilots are calling on like actual buttons and he just starts making, he's like AT&T, go. KFC, BBC, MSNBC.
And of course, they're all buying it. They're all like, yeah.
Everyone's like, got it. Yeah, go. Until some of them are like, did he say CNN? Like, But it was so like for a Disney movie, I was like, I got it. I'm young enough. I'm just young enough.
Is he a NASCAR fan in the movie?
A NASCAR fan?
Yeah, because isn't that what?
No.
Yeah, but you were saying they're NASCAR call-outs. I thought he was like a NASCAR fan. He's using NASCAR.
NASA.
Not
NASCAR. NASCAR doesn't have call-outs. They do, but it's you boys ready to run?
Woo!
That is not at all a NASCAR call-out, by the way. That's not how this works. The sport has evolved. It's a gentleman's racing sport now.
Solid defense of the sport of NASCAR.
Yeah. I mean,
it's the most popular sport in the country. I don't think you have.
It's the most popular sport, I think, in the world.
NASCAR?
No, I'm kidding. No, soccer's the most popular sport in the world. But no, in the United States, yeah, NASCAR is the most popular sport in the entire country.
Yep.
Hands down. You would think that it'd be like
football
or basketball.
Football second.
Football is a very distant second.
Really?
Yeah. NASCAR has so many more fans than you can imagine.
The thing is, NASCAR, I mean, maybe because I'm not in that world, but I don't feel like they have like scandals like the NFL does. You know what I mean?
They do, but remember that like it's a lot of NASCAR drivers tend to be older gentlemen. There are a lot of young guys, but the young guys, like the worst thing that you'll ever hear happen is like, oh no, so and so fucking got into a fight with this dude at the fucking Coca-Cola 1000 there down in Texas, like, and it's like 10 seconds. Like they'll get out and be like, why'd you hit me? Be like, well, Rubin's racing, baby. And they're like, well, you know, what the hell, man? And they throw a couple fists and that's it. And then you throw back some brewskis later and you thank God. That's it.
Wow.
We got to shut her down.
Wow. That's a night in NASCAR right there.
Yep. That's why we're going to have to shut her down.
All right, before we get any further into this total
tangent, because wow, we ran off.
Really, by the way, I'm glad we went there, and
I'm
happy that we're here right now.
Yep.
But let's get into our next
topic
segment,
because this is super important.
I'm very excited about this new segment.
Oh, yeah.
As everyone knows, we have replaced Would You Rather's.
Yeah,
and we got.
Yeah, we did.
And we got some weird news. So welcome to Weird News and Weird Statements. Where we give you a weird news segment or two that we find funny or interesting.
Yeah.
So
we'll each bring a story every episode.
We'll each bring a story every episode.
All right. So since you walked us in, I'll walk us out on the news.
News me up.
So
what do we got today?
Vice News is reporting yesterday that a Vermont man has taken revenge on his town board by erecting a 700-pound statue of a middle finger in his front yard. It's not like a 700-pound like middle finger that just sits on the lawn. No.
Oh, this guy's a baller.
He erected it on a pole. So it sits high above his home, pointing directly at City Hall, and it's lit with flood lamps at night.
That is amazing.
I'm going to read to you just some snippets here and there of the story. All right. A Vermont man was so incensed by his town zoning regulations that he erected a 700-pound statue giving officials the middle finger, and then lit it with floodlights so they would always be reminded of his feelings toward them. Ted Pelkey's decade-long feud with local officials reached spiteful new heights on November 30th when he installed the statue on a high pole in his front yard near Route 128 after his request to relocate his monofilament cleaning and truck repair business from a nearby town to his property, and was totally denied. Pelkey said officials won't let him build the garage simply because they don't like him, and he thought a middle finger was just the right response. We wanted to really show our appreciation to the board, Pelkey told Vice News.
Bro, the pettiness level is at like 100.
The highest, like, bro,
Holy
over 9,000.
Bro, but you know he's that kid in class that got an F on a test, and he was like, it's because the teacher hates me.
It's because the teacher hates me.
She doesn't like me, man. I'm telling you, she doesn't like me. I got him right, but she failed me anyway.
Also, shout out to...
but by the way, baller move, though.
Yeah, shout out to the author of that article, Rex Santos.
Oh, yes. Hey, nice article, Rex.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Great weird news segment.
Thanks
for
that.
submitting.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We'll have you on the dairy aisle soon. Thanks. All right, and what's your weirdness?
So my weirdness is kind of on theme with our lighthearted topic of the night. It is a story coming out of Rochester, Minnesota. So if you are in the mood to see people doing an interesting thing in mid-November, maybe you might want to take a trip out to Rochester, Minnesota, where the downtown area becomes so infested with crows that they need to create what they like to call the Crow Patrol.
I already want to volunteer for this instantly. I have no idea how
Dude.
long it takes, how many hours I'm going to be working. I'll do it.
So city
Sign me up.
City employees volunteer, and for 2 weeks out of the year, they literally go to downtown and they set up like vantage points and different like critical gathering areas for where the crows are going to be, and act as living scarecrows because these birds shit so much by the hospital there, by the Mayo Hospital that's there, that I think it causes like upwards of $50,000 in damages in like 2 weeks.
What the?
Yeah. And then all the patients and like all of the emergency vehicles have to drive through and walk through all of that, all of the bird shit that's everywhere. So these brave heroes go out.
Because that's what they are.
They are. They're heroes.
Heroes.
They go out
These
there.
are the unsung true American heroes.
And they shoo away those goddamn birds. And they say, no poo-poo here. No poo-poo here. Okay?
I want that to be their official slogan.
That's what I think that's what they run around. That's what I'd run around saying. Oh, no poo-poo here. Hey, birds don't poo-poo here.
I'm glad that you scold them. But you're gentle enough that if one of them was going to poo, you'd be like, no poo-poo here. Papa,
Well, I don't want them to
over
be ashamed.
there.
I don't want to shame them. I want them to know that what they're doing is natural.
You educate
and okay.
them.
You just can't do it here.
Like, no poo-poo here,
No
Papa.
poo-poo
Over
here.
there.
Exactly.
And you
No
point at a
poo-poo
field
here. There you go.
or your enemy's car and poop over there.
There you go.
Can you imagine what life must have been without the Crow Patrol?
Oh, I mean,
Can you imagine being a doctor at the Mayo Clinic? You show up in
Covered
your brand new
in
Porsche,
avian feces.
and then you come outside and you're like, my car was blue, not Hershey's cookies and cream color before.
What if you're being transported after a heart attack? And you get slam-a-lama ding-dong
by a
some
big old white missile.
aerial menace.
Jesus Christ.
Flabloom.
And
Now
can
you got
imagine
poo-poo
what-
on you and your heart stopped working.
and
What
not
hurts
just
more?
and not just poop, because remember, birds are efficient motherfuckers. It's poo-poo and pee-pee.
Oh,
Number 1 and 2, which equals 3,
and the most disrespectful number.
which is listen,
Come on. Everyone knows it.
11 out of 3 scientists will agree that it is the most disrespectful number.
So yeah, if you are feeling so inclined and have always aspired to be a scarecrow, or just like, have always been an 8-year-old perpetually running at birds, go to Rochester, Minnesota in mid-November and volunteer for the Crow Patrol, because all your dreams will come true.
Yeah. Damn,
So there
that's
you go.
so weird.
It's my
Crow
weird
Patrol.
segment, the Crow Patrol. I like that they have a name. I hope they have shirts. They should have shirts.
I hope they have costumes.
Bro.
Like they got to wear helmets and
God,
stuff.
you got to have fun with it.
We
That'd
got to
be
look
so
this up. I
dope.
want to feel like, bro, you know what it is? When we eventually get the equipment, which I wish we had now, we got to interview one of the members of the Crow Patrol. Be like,
Oh my God. Be like, what's it like?
what's it like? Tell me. Paint me a portrait, a collage, if you will. A
Paint
day
me
in the
a
life.
masterful landscape.
I want you to tell me what it's like to be a ranger on the front lines of the Crow War against our avian enemies.
Please, spare no detail.
Tell me everything. The smell, the taste. How
What do
many
you
friends
feel
have you
like?
lost?
Does it get you hard?
Do you have PTSD?
The power.
They get an erection and it goes horribly wrong because the crows are like, it's a nice branch, and they just perch on it gently.
They try to
Like,
peck at it.
What do I do? What do I do? Just stand still. They think it's a branch.
They act like that fucking beaver parrot and just start trying to fuck you.
Oh, God.
What is this?
What? You got a message?
No, sorry, I got a random. My Dick Tracy watch went off. The president needs me.
Your decoder ring.
Oh man,
But yeah, usually pooping, but
so many meetings with poop. I gotta poop so much. Maybe I need a Crow Patrol.
wait, what? But you're not
Wow.
terrorizing the Mayo Clinic, James.
I could.
No, because
Just
then you'd be
perch
on a
up
list.
on a light post. Okay, before we go on another rant,
Local man shits uncontrollably from a lamppost in front of Mayo Clinic.
we have to close our doors. Shoppers, please make your way to the front with your final purchases. Thank you again.
Avoid the spill on aisle 3 from earlier.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
Or was it aisle 2?
Was it
You
aisle
don't know a
2?
fucking
It
aisle. You're not
spilled
here.
into aisle 2.
What do you do? Oh my
From
God! I went
aisle
under
3.
the. Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
I gotta
no.
move the shelving.
We're gonna have to
Get
pay Craig
Get
overtime.
But yeah, thank you guys for shopping, and thank you for listening to us on another episode of the Dairy Aisle. Please, if you don't already, Follow us on social media. We're on Instagram as The Dairy Isle. We are on Twitter as @The Dairy Isle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
We are on Twitch @The Dairy Isle. Follow us on all of those things and many more coming soon.
Yeah.
We love talking to you guys. And we love interacting with you guys, and that is the best way to do it. And
Also-
that's also the best way to keep up with all of the new things that are going to be happening with the channel.
Yep.
And how it's going to grow and all the things we're going to do. So click there, follow, pay attention.
Yeah. And if, like we've told you in the past, you have the desire to part with some of your hard-earned income, please, 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 if you'd like to donate to us.
Not necessary. All of our episodes are free.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
if you want to support the show, this is the best way to do it.
We also do generate content for Patreon subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to patreon.com, just search The Dairy Isle. We'll have our 3 different tiers there. You can donate whatever you feel is appropriate. And if not, please go to iTunes, leave us a review.
Yeah.
5 stars, write whatever you want.
Share with your friends.
They've got super sexy voices. They're super handsome. I love their content. I wish they would produce more shows.
I know. I wish they would just do all the things. Why can't they live with me? Or some of the
Can they
reviews we've
narrate
gotten.
all of my audiobooks?
Oh, can they lull me to sleep with their beautiful sex voices?
And if they can't, you know what? I'll just have them posted outside to protect my home from all of the crows.
There you go.
Yep.
So you're getting all that,
All that.
you know?
Yep. All of it. Everything we just mentioned.
All right. Well, love you guys.
I love you guys.
Stay beautiful, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Mwah.